Hi friends, last session we are discuss about the conditional statements in Java. Today we are going to discuss about the looping statements in Java. So we are going to discuss about the looping 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 statements in Java. So what is the loop? What is the loop? Loop means it will execute the statements repeatedly or multiple times. It will execute the it will execute the it will execute the statement multiple multiple times multiple times. So we we have different types of looping statements. One is while loop, second one do while, third one for loop. So for loop. So looping, what is a looping? Loop statement. It will execute the statements multiple times based upon the based upon condition based upon condition. So based upon condition, we can call it as loop. It will execute the statements multiple times based upon condition. We can call it as loop statement. We have different types of loop statements. One is while loop, another one is do while, third one is for loop. Now let's see the while loop. While loop used to execute the statements until the condition is true. Okay. While loop used to execute the statements until condition is true. So when condition is true, the statement will execute only. So if the condition is not satisfied, if the condition is not true, the statement will not execute. Okay. So this is the syntax of while loop, while condition statements. Okay. So now let's see how to print while loop in Eclipse. Okay. Here, here. So we know the basics of how to print hello world. So sys out. Here we have to give hello world. Hello, hello world. Okay. So here we have to give hello world. Control S, give Java application. So we know this, but so here I want to print hello world 10 times. Here I want to print hello world 10 times. How can we execute this statement? How can we execute this statement 10 times? So normally we can what will we do? How can we do it? So we can write it system dot out at 10 times only, right? So normally we can write it system dot out at 10 times. But without giving 10 times, without printing hello world 10 times, so we have to use loop statement without using 10 times, without writing system dot out dot println 10 times. So we can use the looping statement, that is while loop statement. That is while loop statement. Okay. So we already seen, right, that condition syntax of while loop. So condition here I less than or equal to 10. So here I have to give int I equal to 0. Okay, int I equal to 0. So now if you see, it will execute the multiple times. Okay. So so if I print this, it will execute multiple times. Infinite hello world. So infinite hello world, here it is printing. So but I want only 10 times only. So how can we print it? So for that, here we have to mention increment I plus plus we have to mention. So if I give I plus plus, it will give only 10 times. So how will it work? Let's see. Okay. So here I equal to 0, right? So I become like 0. So 0 less than or equal to 10. 0 less than or equal to 10, right? So this statement is true, right? This statement is satisfied, right? So it will execute this statement. Hello world, it will execute. So then it will move to the I plus plus. I plus plus means it will increase the one value. So I equal to 0 means it will become like 1 only. So it will become like 1. So 1 less than or equal to 10. So less than or it is also satisfied, right? This condition also satisfied, right? So again it will print the hello world. 2 times it will print hello world. Now again it will move to the I plus plus 2. 1 it will become 2. So 1 it will become 2. So here I equal to 2. I equal to 2. So 2 less than or equal to 10, right? So less than or equal, this condition is true, right? So again it will print the hello world 3 times. Okay. So again it will come to the I plus plus. Now it will become 3. So it will execute like this, like loop. Okay. Until this condition is true. Until the condition is true. So if you see, so here is completed 10 less than or equal to 10. So I equal to, for suppose I equal to 10, right? So I less than or equal to 10, this condition is true, right? So it will execute this statement, hello world statement, it will execute. Now it will become like 11. So here it will become 11. So 11 here it will 11, right? So 11 less than or equal to 10, right? So the condition is not satisfied. This condition is not satisfied. So it will not execute this statement. Now let's see how many hello world it will execute. Let's see. Okay. So 10, if it is, it will print the 10 hello world. Okay. It will print, it will print, it will print 10 times. So now let's see how many hello world it will print. So here it printed 10 times. So this is the while loop conditional program. Now let's see do while statement. Now let's see the do while loop. Okay. Now we are discussed the just now we discussed about the while loop. Now let's see the do while loop in looping statement. Okay. So let's see the, so do while, it is used to execute the statement first, then it will check the condition. Then it will check the condition first. It will execute the statement first, then it will check the condition. So but if you see while loop, it will execute the statement. Check in while loop, it will check the condition first, then it execute the statement. But in do while, first it will execute the statement, then it will check the condition. So if the condition is not satisfied, but at least one time it will execute the statement. Okay. So in do while, it is execute the statement first, then it will check the condition. In while loop, first it will check the condition, then execute the statements. So what is the syntax of do while? You can say it. Condition of syntax of the do while here. Okay. So here we have to give do here, and we will give condition. Then after we will give the while and condition. Okay. Condition. So this is the syntax of the do while. Now let's see how to print the program in Eclipse. Okay. So here you can see, now I'm taking int I equal to 0. Okay. Int I equal to 0. Then after, so what is the syntax of the do while? So first we have to give do open braces, this out, this out, this, this out, this out, this out, hello world. hello world. Okay, then after we have to mention I plus plus. Okay, then we have to give while and condition. Condition is I less than or equal to 10. Okay, so this is the program. So if the condition is not satisfied, for suppose condition is I'm giving here greater than I greater than 10. Okay, here I'm giving I greater than 10. Okay, I greater than 10 I'm giving. So if the this condition is uh, not true, right? I so I equal here we taken here we have taken the I equal to 0, right? So 0 greater than 10. If not, this condition is not true, right? So if the condition is not true, it will execute only one time. The condition is not true, it will execute the statement one time. Why? Because so but first it will first it will uh first it will print the first it will execute the statement, then after it will check the condition. So now let's see. So, so the condition is not true, but it is executing now. Why? Because the do while is first it will execute the statement, then after it will check the condition. So I want to print hello world 10 times, right? So I'm giving I less than or equal to 10. So this is also same like do while. This is also same like while. Okay. So now yeah, printed 10 times. Okay. So what is the difference between while and do while? So while loop, it will execute the statement. It will check the condition first, then after it will execute the statement. But in in while loop, in do while, it will execute the statement first, then after it will check the condition, then after it will check the condition. So this is the difference between while and do while. First, in now I write it down. Difference difference between dif- difference between while and do while and do while. Okay, in while loop, while in while loop while loop, first it will check the condition. First it will it will check the check check the condition check the condition, then it will execute the statements. In do well in do in do well in do well, first it execute the first it execute the statement, then after execute the statement, then after it check the then after it will check the condition. It will check the condition. This is the difference between while and do well. Okay. So now let's see the for loop. For loop use it to execute the statement multiple times. This is also execute multiple times. But here is little different is there. So if you see the syntax of for loop, so here we giving initialization, condition, increment, and decrement. So all we are giving all the thing one line only. But if you see the while and do well, so first we are giving condition, then after we are incrementing and decrementing. But so all we are giving only one line only. And also so in for loop it is a fixed number. Like if you want to print 10 times, so here we are mentioning 10 times only you have to print. So for suppose I want to print hello world 10 times, so here I'm giving 10 times only 10 times. It is a fixed number only. But so if you see the while loop and do well, so we are not giving any fixed number. So based upon the condition, it will check, it will execute. But here so we already knew, right? We already know about that condition. So you have to print 9 times. If you want to print 9 times, you have to mention here 9 times, and the condition we have to mention. So for that purpose, we are using for loop. So most of the times we will use the for loop and while loop only. Most of the times we will use for loop only. So now let's see how to use for loop in Eclipse. Okay. So for first we have to mention initialization int I equal to 0 and take it. Then after we have to give condition, right? So what is the syntax of what is syntax condition? We have to mention condition, right? So what is the condition? We have to give I less than or equal to 10. Then after I plus plus. Okay. So after that we have to give this out, this out, hello world, this out, hello world. Okay, now let's see. Now let's see how to print. So here we are printing 10 times. So this is the difference between while loop, do while, for loop. While loop, what will do? First, it will execute the statement first. Then after it will check the condition. Then after it will execute the statement. In while loop, first it will check the condition. Then after it will execute the statement. But in do while, it will execute the statement first. Then after it will check the condition. In for loop, it will execute multiple times, but it is a fixed number of condition. So if I want to print 10 times, so we have to mention 10 times. So we already knew how many times we have to print. We already knew about that. So for this purpose, we are using looping statements. And also for each loop is also there. So this is the advanced topic. Now I'm not discussing about that for each loop. So I'm only explain the while loop, do while, and for loop. So this is about the looping statements. Thank you, friends.